Hello everybody, Chris here. There's this one thing that I really wanted to talk about on YouTube to see what you guys think and to share my own peace of mind as well. I really wanted to talk about reasons why developers haven't released early access yet and when can we expect it. Let's talk about reasons. Number one, well, they're not ready yet. And that harbors the question, when are they gonna be ready? Well, I truly do believe that's Spoon. I covered it in a lot of previous videos that they said they wanted to launch early access in the beginning of 2022, and I think that still stands. Now, I will talk about later in the video why I think that's gonna be happening soon, but let me just tell you first why they're not ready yet. So we know there's been, what, 7 waves so far? Yeah, I think 7 sounds right. That's a bit over 2,000 people in the beta currently, and there are still a couple of issues they need to address. So obviously, if there's only 2,000 people in the beta, which is only a couple hundred daily active players, and they still have a couple of issues they need to address, like communications bugging, which means sometimes one person from the party cannot access the voice comms, or you can't see your friend list at all, even though that kind of resolves itself fairly fast. In my own experience, it was less than 10 minutes every time, but there is a couple more smaller issues, and I think they're working on them right now. So that's like the main reason why they still didn't launch, because obviously with 2,000 people in, and you can probably expect tens of thousands of people to register on the first day of early access, so there's gonna be a lot to deal with. So yeah, they just need to get ready at this point. That's the step number one. Now, reason number 2. Preparations. It's not only about bugs, it's about new content. We can expect a lot of new cosmetics, a lot of new changes to the game. I know a lot of people think the game is well polished and it already has what it needs to have, and probably I would agree with you, maybe they even would. But they're developers, right? They want to improve constantly. They couldn't do those changes when they only had a couple dozen people on the servers before the closed beta release, because there was not enough people playing constantly just to see what's wrong, what needs to be improved, what needs to be changed, what needs to be buffed, nerfed, etc. Now that we have hundreds upon hundreds of people logging in daily and spending enormous amount of time playing, they give feedback. You have people with hundreds upon hundreds of hours in the game, and we're just feeding them information. Maybe you could improve this, maybe you can change this, maybe you need to fix this. Of course, they're not gonna take everything into account, but they take from the community and then they discuss, hey, maybe this could be a good change, maybe we should work around it. They probably take an idea from us and they improve it, make it their own, and then just update the game. So I truly do believe there's gonna be a bunch of new stuff as soon as the early access comes out. So they're just making a lot of preparations for it. There's probably a lot of content they're working on as well, you know, like maybe website improvement, or maybe something as simple as a YouTube video they want to release with early access. There could be a lot of potential things they're working on right now that we can't see that they want to launch with early access. So yeah, that all takes time. Off to the last reason, aka reason number 3, final testing. Final testing is going to be the stage right before they release the early access, probably like 2 weeks prior, maybe a week prior, where they will push a lot of updates, maybe even, just listen to me, this is speculation, probably release a final wave, which is not going to be a huge one, just to see if everything is going to be stable as soon as more people pop in. So maybe bring in 1,000 more people just to see what's gonna happen, and that way they can stress test the servers, they can see if the new updates are working, that they're doing the right thing, and just to make sure that everything is stable. The last thing that I wanted to mention, and this is just a speculation of mine, so please don't be harsh on me if I'm wrong, but I truly believe that the early access will be coming out in the next couple of weeks. And hear me out here, just because we didn't have key waves in more than 2 weeks now. And I know what you're thinking, Chris, how does that make any sense? If they're not releasing waves, how does that tell us, hey, they're preparing for early access? Aren't they supposed to be releasing new waves? Actually, no. Since there is those 3 reasons they need to work around, they need to bring in new stuff, there's a lot of content they're preparing, and maybe they're just taking their time. It wouldn't make any sense to push in new people right now. If you're preparing for early access, you have a bunch of content that you need to work on, gives you less time to deal with newer bugs that are coming up. So they're dealing with the bugs that already exist, everything that's crucial to the game functioning properly, so the servers would be stable and everybody can have a good time. Of course, the minor bugs will occur, but that's not an issue right now. Those will happen once early access is out. There's gonna be a bunch of new people, some bugs will occur, but they're just working on really important ones. They need to figure those out, stabilize the game, prepare new content, and thus comes the last stage, as we talked about. Probably a new wave, just so they can stress test the servers. Maybe even not. Maybe there's not gonna be any waves before early access. I don't know. Maybe they're just gonna somehow let us all know, hey, early access is coming out. Could you guys hop on? Everybody who already has a key, hop on, play the game, stress test for us. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but I truly believe just because we didn't have key waves in over 2 weeks now, which is kind of irregular because they've been pushing out key waves every single week and not counting the time when they were on a break, on a holiday break, which was approximately 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, we had a wave every single week, and now for over a 2-week period, we didn't have a single one, so I'm just thinking they're getting ready. As I already said, this is a speculation of mine. You take it as you will. And now I want to hear what you guys think. This is my first beta, to be completely honest with you. I've never been through this experience. I've never been in the game's beta, waiting for early access, waiting for full release, and even less, I never actually documented the whole thing. I've been doing my research, making YouTube videos, making content, and constantly talking about it. So I've been trying to inform myself and just come up with my own conclusions. So yeah, if you guys have anything to add, if you have any questions, if you have anything to discuss, a speculation of your own, let me know down below. If you guys found the video enjoyable and don't want to miss out on any future ones that I'll be releasing, don't forget to smash that like button below, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. All that being said, wishing you all a beautiful evening, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. See you.